We're all gonna synchronize, all right? 3, 2, 1. I missed. All right.
I'm just gonna keep eating these. So it's gonna be.
That's
all
not.
of
Oh
your
yeah, we got
mix.
pretzels.
Oh, yo. I don't eat pretzels.
Why?
What do you mean you don't eat pretzels?
I've never sat there and been like, I want pretzels.
Why?
As if.
No, I'm just not a pretzel person.
Is it too salty for you?
That's
or
a
just
strong
like-
statement.
No, it's not. I just like if it's there, I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll have pretzel, but I'm never in my head.
You don't
been
buy
like,
'em.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. In my head, I've never been like,
Have you ever had like the big pretzels though?
Big pretzels slap. You have to try the big ones.
Like proper bread that.
oh, like the fucking massive, right? Nah.
Well, I guess it's at the start of the podcast. So, who do we have with us today?
I need to put my headphones on. I'm Joe.
I'm Holly.
What's going on, Joe? What's going on, Holly?
And what are you guys a part of?
Arabella and Heist.
Woo!
So are you, big boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't act like you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, I guess it's like our first interview actually with fairly more known people than us. So, yeah, I guess that's the word. So,
I do kind of want these pretzels now.
Yeah, they're good,
Yeah.
right?
well, I guess our first question is, how's pandemic treating you guys?
Fuck, we're back in the
COVID doesn't
lockdown.
exist, mate.
We've been away for a few years. We've been working on some new stuff. And
Oh my
you know,
god, I
it's just-
wish. Everyone like went into COVID and was like, yeah, we're gonna make so much music. We have so much time now.
Oh
Nothing
yeah,
happened.
I did that with my GarageBand beats. It's so shit.
I was going to mention GarageBand beats, but you just took the words out of my mouth.
I'm like, yeah, this sounds sick.
Oh,
Yeah, this is going to put
100%.
the SoundCloud. Hell yeah.
Me and Ryan made a rap.
Oh yeah, we do.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how we first met.
I want to hear
Did
it.
you have it on your laptop?
Yeah, as if.
I don't think I have him like.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Basically, my friend, I made like a little like shitty rhyme where I'm like, oh, fuck you, they know I did this whole thing. And then
Oh wait, no, that right.
That rhyme.
I thought you went like when we were in trimester 1.
I don't remember that.
Remember the one where we used the green screen and stuff like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
the drill video.
Yeah, the drill
His
video.
trauma blocked it.
Yeah.
I don't remember my primary school. It's like that. But no, we made like I had a little rhyme, and then he just had like a preset beat, and I was like, oh yeah. And then our friend Taj comes out of nowhere with like a full like.
He's got a Wu-Tang
A
list.
whole
Oh, fuck
Wu-Tang
yeah.
song is wrote like 2 weeks ago. We had no idea about it, and he just hopped on, and we're like, this is a mad song.
That slaps.
Yeah.
Next Kanye West right here.
There's that.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy right here.
100%.
He looks like it too.
I got my Balenciaga for my uni.
I only had like 2 questions to ask.
Oh, hell
But
yeah.
and they're like really like, well, one of them's like really like simple, and it's just like, I guess, how did Arabella and the Heist start?
Oh, this always gets thrown to me.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there.
I don't. Yeah. Do you want like the full story? Is that I got my heart brutally broken by a boy in a band. Oh my god, this is like the
boy in a
whole.
band.
Is this
the whole
another
story.
shout out?
The boy in the band. I got broken up with a guy, and well, yeah, I was like, fuck. He was in a band, and I was like, fuck you. My band's gonna be.
You
bigger.
did out of spite.
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
last fight. I
yeah.
was like, you and your shitty little band. I am starting my own band, and I did, and I reached out to this guy on Facebook and was like, hey, you want to be my guitarist?
Hey, that's not how it went.
That is exactly how it went.
You were looking for help. I volunteered my services. And you ignored me for 4 months and then said, by
Wait,
the way,
maybe,
the
maybe.
person I tried didn't work. Do you reckon you could jump in?
It's actually really funny because we're really good friends now with the guy who's going to be the guitarist in the band. His name's Israel.
Shout out.
Shout out to Israel. And we were literally like, oh yeah, like I was so prepped. I had the whole rest of the band. I was like, yes, it's going to go off. And then Israel, he went and started his own project, and I sort of like crawled back to Joe and was like, hey, do you maybe want to be in a band still?
And I was pretty desperate, so I said yes.
So, yeah, we literally had like one prac, and it was like, hey guys, we got a gig on Halloween. And I was,
really?
yeah,
That's
literally
nuts.
we had one prac, and it fucking went off. I was 17, I was full of energy, and I was like, yes. It
So
was
what-
vibes.
So what was your first song? Is that on Spotify or is that?
Well,
Oh yeah, on Spotify. Arabella and the Heist.
Arabella and Heist, check it
Yeah.
out.
I haven't checked it out. I literally have no idea.
Yeah,
Fool.
we're like hardcore rap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
that.
rap vibes.
I'll hop on. I'll
Yeah.
hop on.
Yeah, you want a verse?
I'll get those.
That fucking slaps. Yeah, I had a solo career sort of before the band, so I had tracks that I'd released, and we sort of did them for a while. The band was Holly Arabella for a while. It was kind of my band, and then we were like, you guys have way more creative control than just me, so I guess you should be a part of this.
Do you guys have a structure in which you're like, I'm gonna write the lyrics, I'm gonna do this bit, I'm gonna do this bit, or is it just like,
Kinda. We've sort of developed a bit of that. I think we've had a bit of a rehaul in terms of what songwriting looks like for us recently because I don't know, I kind of burnt out and was like, I have no idea how to write a song anymore. So we kind of had to make a bit of a structure around it, especially during COVID. You're not seeing people and you're like, oh, you recorded a guitar track, send it through to me, I then write the lyrics, you know, you send it off, you make beats, whatever. But now in the studio, it kind of has to have a bit of a structure, or else you're just throwing fucking riffs around left, right, and
And
center.
then you're wasting time and all this. And you're like, oh, fuck.
100%. So what are we kind of doing at the moment? You're kind of like, hey, here's a riff. We press record, find the BPM, be like, yeah, here's a drum beat, and then I'll hop on the track. I'll fucking
Freestyle.
jump on.
Hey, yo, get me in here. Get
Yeah,
me in here.
literally.
Alright,
We dim the lights real low. I put
Turn
my
the beat up.
shades on.
Turn the beat up.
Yeah.
turn the bass up.
Yeah, literally.
Turn the bass up.
So why the heist?
Did you ever see on Netflix that fucking like Spanish series that they turned?
Money heist?
Yeah, and they made it like a really crap English dub.
No, I haven't actually.
And I didn't realize it was the dub for ages, and I got so invested in this like series. And then the guy I was doing at the time was like, "Do you know this is like really badly dubbed?" I was like, "Oh, I thought they were just really bad actors." But yeah, I got obsessed with that series, and I was like, "What if it's Arabella?"
Do you think if you
Heist?
watched any other like Netflix series like Stranger Things, it would be Arabella and the Things?
Yeah,
Or something
probably.
like that?
Yeah, probably. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know. It sounds cool. Like we're gonna shoot you up.
Yeah, we're
Hands up.
about to rob this whole venue out.
Also the name of a Macklemore album.
Oh, true.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, right.
Back when, not for
You know,
sure.
he's made his first song in like 6 years.
And
I heard
Nardwar's
about
on it.
that.
Last
yeah,
week.
yeah.
You see Nardwar's on it? You know who Nardwar
Yeah,
is,
Nardwar.
yeah, he was on it. It's so good.
Yeah, is he actually?
Yeah, he's like, he always for the music video
He's
at
on,
least.
he's on Logic's new album as well because Logic had like a massive like 30 song album and had like 10 interludes. And it's just voicemails of like it's just like interludes of like Nardwar and then needle drop. Or what's his
Oh
name?
really? Oh no,
Yeah.
I heard there was needle drop and stuff like that
Yeah.
on there. Yeah,
Supposedly JID's new album's really good.
Jid. Is it JID or Jid? I say Jid.
I'm not gonna say anything now because I don't know.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Do you know who Nardwar is?
Yeah, I know Nardwar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who Anthony Fantano or like the needle drop is?
I'm so lost.
You know the bald guy. He does like music reviews.
Oh, he breaks down the songs. Yeah.
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 Yeah, basically that's him. And then Jid is just a madman.
rapper.
Yeah.
Did you see DJ Khaled's features? How
Yeah.
fucked that is.
What? I'm so
D-
lost.
Sorry, you know DJ Khaled.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He has a new album. First time like fucking what
God
3 years.
did.
Yeah.
He has the most producer tags I've ever seen in my life. Like he had his first song on the new album. It's like DJ Khaled, we the best. Hey, you know who we out here? And then like done like 10 of those in a row before the song even started.
That's fucking crazy.
Because he's got like 30 people just on like the tracks. He doesn't do anything
Yeah,
with
yeah,
his
yeah.
tracks at
We were
all.
talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
We're like, what? How does that work? Like,
What does he do?
Like, did one producer go, "Oh, I need you to turn the snare up"?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I need you to turn the bass down. Like,
That's 20 grand.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about we were listening to something about the new Beyonce album and like how one of the tracks has like 24 writers on it. It's like, how do you get to that point? You know, it's a bit mental.
Like I could sometimes like even with films that's bad as well. Like what was it? The new Batgirl film had like before it
Oh,
was
yeah.
canceled, had like 25 writers in general on
It's
just on one
ridiculous.
script. And I'm like, how do you get consistency in that aspect?
oh, absolutely.
But with song, is that just the one song for 24 writers?
I think so. Yeah.
But they reckon it's because she uses like sort of samples or like a melody from another song, which they
Yeah.
kind of credit
And
back.
then-
to.
Yeah, they might need to do the copyright
Yeah.
stuff and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, the whole multiple producers things, I don't get that because what does one producer do that the other one then? covers them?
I guess
Yeah.
I guess like you know there's people. Oh, like I saw it the other day in crowds because Reading. People just give them thumb drives and they're like, "That's a sick beat. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use that for this tiny little section,"
That's so wild.
Yeah.
and I'll just do that.
Yeah. Oh, I did that first 2 seconds on the intro. Like,
And then they get sued for that if they
Yeah.
get no money for it. And
Yeah.
it's like the whole payout. And I'm like,
Yeah.
It sounds expensive, honestly.
did you see what happened at Reading
No?
the other day? Fucked. You know what Reading is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
People were throwing like piss bottles on set at different camps, and
It's
it
like
was like
fucking Woodstock.
No, literally.
Yeah.
I think they just saw the doco. and
yeah,
was like,
that's
yeah, this is
right.
our
I haven't watched that
personality
yet. Is it any good?
It is good.
It's-
Oh, okay.
They were literally swimming in Woodstock. They were literally swimming in shit. Basically.
Oh, okay.
They were like, oh yeah, it's mud. No, it was just full
The
sewage.
wild thing about it is that like they start because they've got the guy who made the original like 60 whatever it was like Woodstock in it talking about how he was going to make this like the festival of like love and stuff, and all these guys being like, yeah, we just thought it was going to be like the original Woodstock. It's like you've got fucking Corn,
And you've got like Limp Bizkit. and all
Limp
this-
Bizkit,
Yeah.
like
Right.
it's not going to be peace and love.
And we're going to hold it at a disused army base.
which
Yeah.
is also hot as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
oh, it's dumb. Only 3 people died from that, actually.
They didn't say that in the doco.
No, I noticed that after. I checked. I'm like, surely
Yeah.
someone has.
Yeah, 100%.
Sure enough, I think one was dehydration. Someone got run over. Don't know how
Is this
that.
like this is like Fire Festival, but like 10 times
What?
worse?
I'd say
Five Fest was nothing compared
Yeah.
to what happened there.
Woodstock was actually, I don't say successful to some degree, but it was a festival.
It got its name out there at
It
least.
happened.
It happened,
Yeah.
right? Fire didn't happen at all to some degree. Oh, no.
Kind of, but not really.
Anyway, at Reading, they were like throwing piss bottles. There was like camps being fucking exploded. It was great.
Was this a Frankston like Reading or what? Do you
Oh no, Reading. No,
It's
it's
at the train station.
Yeah. No, it was in London. My friend went, and she was like, keeping me updated throughout the whole thing. And
Wait,
supposedly,
they went to London for Reading? What?
Reading's a music festival in London.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like Reading cinemas?
Yeah, it's Reading.
Yeah,
I was like, what way?
Oh yeah, we
At
don't
the
have Reading
movies.
cinemas near us at all.
Really? Okay,
No,
never mind then.
We only have Hoyton Village.
How's Frankston nowadays?
It's not bad.
Yeah?
Honestly, to be fair though, I read an article the other day. I was with Ryan when I saw it, and some guy drove an excavator down Beach Street.
Oh,
So
iconic.
just at 2 a.m, and I
Good.
was like, yeah, cool.
I'm
Frankston's
about
not. I don't think it gets a bad rap now.
yeah.
Like, honestly, compared to what it was, like, oh, I can walk. I don't get worried when I walk down those streets. I mean, I don't know if that's just home to me
Yeah.
or whatever, but it's just I don't.
yeah.
It's just whatever.
So is that because you're armed at the time?
He's strapped all the time.
I'm strapped. I just look like no one's fucking me. No, I don't know. It's just, and if someone does, this sounds dumb, but if someone does, I could be like, oh, I know this person. They're like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
And
that's
I'm
the
like-
thing.
And that's
isn't
just because I know friends, but also they're sometimes involved in other stuff. But if I just say,
Yeah.
and like, oh, but it's not like a shitty like, yeah, you're cool. It's more like, oh, I love that guy.
Yeah,
it completely
100%.
changes the whole dynamic. And I
But
was
there
like,
is a culture there. You can't say there's not a Frankston
it's
culture.
disappearing.
Yeah, okay.
Best way to put it. Like,
Yeah.
it's there, but it's not like shitty fucking gangs or whatever. It's just like cooked units on bikes, just having a little ride around.
It's fun if you ask me.
Yeah.
Going to I swear to God, sit at Frankston Station for like half an hour.
It'll be like a
Oh,
circus
It's
to
so
everyone
cool.
else.
It's so fun. If I'm waiting for my bus or whatever, I'll be like, I'll just watch everyone just have their little conversations, have their little lives. And I'm like, oh, it's Deborah who's been outside 7-Eleven for like 2 months now. Oh my God, she came up to me the other day.
Yeah.
She was like, got this at Savers for $2. And I'm like, oh. As I was getting like a coffee from 7-Eleven, I'm like, great. And she was just like
Iconic.
little conversations with me. And I'm like,
Well, from knowing you, like, you seem to know everyone at Frankston, which I,
I
guess
hate that
also
though.
helps.
I hate that. Because like I was talking to someone about this the other day. I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but I was like, I hate knowing too many people. Because in your head, you're like, everywhere I go, I can't, like, there's going to be just someone I know.
Yeah.
If I go to like a random club in the city, I'm like, someone's here.
It's like a small town vibe.
It is, but it's
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like, no, I feel like, I don't know. No one like lives in Frankston anymore, so it's more like high schoolers that just congregate to some degree. I'm not high school, I'm out. But it's just those like kind of environment.
Yeah.
Like I don't see like, random adults just walking through Frankston because I can. But, it goes
It's that fucking mall vibe. It's like they all hang
Yes.
around those malls.
But it's not in the fact where it's like, let's go to a mall because it's cool. It's
Yeah.
just like, I'm just going to get fucking something.
It
from
sounds like you're
dusk
living in
there.
the 1980s where like kids go to the like local mall just to hang out
It's
and
just,
do shit.
it's just you
yeah.
run into your friends there. And it's not like a means to be like, let's hang out. I'm going to go, oh, no way, Chris is here or whatever.
That's
fucking
what it
thing.
was like in Bendigo though growing up. It's like there's only one mall, it's like 10 shops, and it's like that's the only place to go.
Yeah. That's
It's like
cool.
go to like fucking KFC and get a frozen Coke and you just sit around. You're like, this slaps.
And then sometimes just Shaq appears. Like he was at, what was it? He was at, what's the, I don't know what it's called. It's like a shopping centre near the like Melbourne airport the other day. And he was just
Fuck.
walking around there.
Iconic.
Oh, yeah.
Just there.
Did you see him?
Not mine, not
Oh.
Frankston, like up near like airport,
Oh.
you know.
He'd be
Did you see Hustle in Melbourne?
Is he actually?
As of today. Have a look.
What?
Hustle in Melbourne. He beat up the Rabbitohs player.
Of course he did.
He's lovely. I wanted to meet him. Do you see the rules behind that though? There's like, he did meet and greet, but he kind of froze it with women because of his religion.
Oh,
And, like,
really?
yeah, it's weird.
I don't
but-
know how I feel about it.
It's interesting. I think
Yeah.
once he's married, it's a different. I don't know how to explain it. Really.
I just feel like everyone that I spoke to about it was a guy at a club being like, "Oh yeah, and he's not talking to women." It's like it
Oh,
just
they
sort
really
of
say
felt
it like
like
that?
it felt like a thing, just a boys' club,
yeah.
and
Lads,
that's
lads,
the first.
lads.
It's like
Yeah.
the first time I've heard that it might be his religion. Like that wasn't.
Oh really?
advertised to me.
No, yeah. So it's connected to his religion.
Yeah,
Meet,
right.
there's a meetup with him at 7:30 today.
Oh,
Timber Yard,
shit.
Port Melbourne.
Shut the fuck up. Are you serious? Hold on.
It says tomorrow, but I guess they just haven't updated on Google.
No, today's the day.
Yeah, no, but it says on there tomorrow.
7:30 p.m. Okay, hold on. I want to see how much. Make a guess how much tickets are on before I have a look
Yeah,
at
go.
it.
Yeah.
Make a guess.
Oh, guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like maybe 35.
5 fans are on the wait list for Tixel.
I'll say like 35.
No, I think it's like 200.
Yeah, I was
Really?
gonna say
Yeah,
at
I'm
least
gonna say
100,
it's 200.
150.
Because he's a lovely man.
Yeah, he's how old is he?
20.
Oh, okay. I thought he was
Um,
way older.
No, he's only 20. I can't find it. Your phone's fucked. Why does it look like this? Look at his bottom.
That's a bit stressful.
How do you work
Yeah.
that?
What was the
I don't
other?
even know
Like,
what phone that is. Is that
That's just an iPhone. Look at the bottom
Ah,
though. Like, how does
yeah.
that like?
what was the other like little man that he was like in contest
God, I
with?
have no
The l-
idea.
Oh,
Do you know what I did the other day? Which was really funny. Not funny. Kind of funny. It was
well,
like
let's
3.
hear it.
It was like
beat
3.
up a little person?
No, oh,
Can't say that.
it was like 3 in the morning, and we're like,
Frankston's wild.
and we were like, after the footy was over, whatever. And then we were just watching midget boxing on YouTube and making bets on it
Fucking iconic.
because it's a real thing. Like it's a
It
full
is.
fucking thing. And I was like, because did you see those TikToks like a few months ago where it was like the intros of like I'm Mini Mysterio, and it's like they go through like little things, and then you can actually go to midget boxing in like Melbourne.
Really?
So I'm contemplating going soon.
Is this like a very underground like type thing?
Yeah,
or
man.
is
It's
it-
like it's a very like black market kind of.
Yeah,
like,
okay, makes sense.
Like,
You got to know the password to get in the door.
they launder money through it. You just that's how you learn. But no, it's great.
Anyway, enough about midget boxing.
Sorry, my bad. My bad.
What was the other question? Oh yeah, it's
We
got some-
got really derailed.
yeah, no, that's usually what this turns into. So, is there any like surprise influences no one would really like expect you to be like influenced by at all? Like whether it's like a different artist or like just celebrity or
Miley Cyrus.
Oh my
I
god,
could,
yeah.
no, you know what? Now I can kind of see it.
No,
Possible.
literally, like, people always get really, like, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and they were like, oh, like, what are your influences? And I always go to, like, pop. Pop's always been, like, a massive influence, because, like, the ability to write a 3-minute 30 song that just is condensed and has a structure is just really, like, tight is actually, like, an art, and going into it and being like, yeah, actually, I fucking love Doja Cat, growing up listening to Miley Cyrus, listening to fucking, I don't know, Katy Perry's first album, all that stuff.
I love how you
was
specified
so-
her first album because everything
Only her
else is
first album. We were talking about this like at uni at RMIT the other day. We were talking about how like Katy Perry's just, where has she gone? Like she's on menu log ads now, but like it's so weird her fan base now. But anyways, going off topic.
She married
yeah.
Legolas. She doesn't need to move.
Wait,
She
is-
doesn't do anything now.
Oh no, I was thinking, who's the one that like dumped her before she went on Ellen?
Was it Russell Brand?
Yeah,
It was
Russell
Russell
Brand.
Brand. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So for me, it's like pop queens. But you're into a
Divas.
lot of like rap and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and pop, rap, there's anything that's kind of the whole genre. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be rock. Like, just anything that bangs.
You were saying before, you're a fan of Wu-Tang as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very, very. I love Wu-Tang, especially the first album.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Talking about fucking did you see sorry, side note. Taylor Swift announced
A
New album.
but she announced it at the VMAs when she won. What would she have done had she lost?
She would have just been like, oh, sorry, I lost. By the way, this new album.
Taylor Swift fans scare me.
She knew,
Yeah, right?
she knew she was winning before that ceremony started.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
months
think there
ahead.
has to be some element of knowing you're winning because that Maneskin band, they pulled out of Reading Leeds to go to
VMAs.
VMAs. It's like you must have known you were going to get an award if you were doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Harlow the same. He pulled out of
Really?
he pulled out of Reading to do.
There you
VMAs.
go.
Yeah, it did say special guest Jack Harlow on the thing. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And then he did a performance with Fergie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
Fucking
weird.
hell yeah.
It was great.
Love Fergie.
The other influence, oh my God, my fucking head's losing it. I was just like, it was at the front of my brain and now it's not. The other like influence that's really like strong is that a lot of people, it's like fucking Nina Simone and shit. It's like people who did punk before punk happened. It's like actually just
Nina
going.
Mones was so punk before it
Nina
happened.
Simone was to me the epitome of the like actual like fuck the like Sex Pistols and John Lydon now. What John? Joe.
Fucking John.
Fuck him.
John. Whatever your name is. Rodden. Mr. Rodden.
Yeah, like so much more punk than that shit. Just people who go in as like, yeah, I'm pissed off. It's like, fuck, I love that shit. And people who do it with a little bit of creative passion.
Like I was like currently the biggest up and coming Mill and the Sniffers. A Mill? Amal?
Amel.
Amel.
I say, yeah, I say
Sorry.
Amel.
I was meant to see them live at Splendor,
Sure.
but then I missed their set.
Got stuck in the mud.
Honestly,
How was it?
Hell yeah, how was it?
Oh, we have 2 episodes all talking about this.
Oh, true.
wasn't as bad. Once you're in, you're in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
once you're fully in, you're like, I don't feel this. This is fine. It's just putting it on the next morning, like the same shoes, and you're like, wash your hands and shit, you know. But once you're in it, didn't affect me whatsoever. I was happy. I had fun. Saw some good artists. Saw Tyler. Got Barricade. I was happy. Which is mad.
I saw Amel and Sniffers at their Grill for Good, which Mac DeMarco was also at. That was really, really fun. Oh, you went to that one as well?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I got a picture with Joe from King Gizzard, which was fun. And then I got a really awkward photo with Mac DeMarco. And it was like everyone was kind of around him, and like usually just like one person goes like right at the front. And I was like, well, I guess I'm at the front. So I go, hey, and 2 other people walked in, and I was like, oh. So I like stopped back and I was like, oh, this is really embarrassing. And I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? Look at mum over there, take a picture.
I've taken group like I'll see an artist and I'll take a photo with them, and then people just hop in the photo with me.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've had photos where I've just had random people join in, and so like they've never got that photo.
Yeah.
And it's just there. I'm like there with them, and I'm like, hey,
What artists or like what people have you
who
been
was
taking
it?
photos
Who was
with?
it? Oh, fuck! No, I'm gonna.
Was it Shaq?
Yeah, it was Shaq at the airport.
Yeah.
I wish it was Shaq at the airport. Honestly, do you know who I met? Oh, you wouldn't know this. Do you know who I met at the airport?
No,
The Bev Show.
don't know who that is. Sorry to say.
There's this guy on TikTok, and he's a full like doggy supporter, and he's just like he does like shitty interviews or whatever, but he goes, "Go the doggies!" Like it's not funny at all. But he's at the airport, and I was like,
Oh, I think I know that guy on Instagram, right?
yeah. And he was like next to me at the airport. I was like,
Oh my god.
Bev Show. And I went to the airport like 3 weeks later. I'm like, guys, that's where the Bev
Yeah,
Show's
yeah,
at.
yeah.
Because my friends, like, as a joke, they're fucking obsessed with them. And they're like, holy shit, can I
So
sniff it?
good.
Can I yeah.
Can I sniff it? The scent of him still remains.
Yeah. Also, sorry, side note. King Gizzard, 3 albums.
Yeah, we're talking about
We were
this
just talking
earlier.
about
That's
this.
cooked.
Wild. I don't
In
care.
1 month.
I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
it. I don't think it's going to be 3 good because it's sort of like how
too-
much time do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
like,
listen to it still.
only one I've properly listened to is, what's the one with Robot Stop?
None gone.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the only one I've probably like listened to as like, because I know like each album's like a different genre.
Yeah.
I've heard that's one of their best, so I was like, let's have a gaze.
Mm.
I liked it.
Have a gaze.
I like that. I love that word. That's literally like, I use that word that many times.
Yeah, there's so many quotes that you've gotten, like have a geese, boffing, which I don't really agree
Yeah.
with.
How do you know what boffin is?
No.
Isn't it like fucking sniffing ass or something?
That's what it should be.
It's just vomiting.
Is it?
Yeah. It's just, I don't know if that's just a Frankston term, but it's like, yeah, I'm boffing. I'm buff.
That's
I'm a
wild.
buff. Yeah. I know like Ruby and that say munt.
Yeah, I say months.
Yeah, month is.
I don't like
That,
munt.
I
that
don't like-
sounds so disgusting.
Yeah, it's meant to be though.
But like boff is like karma.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buff.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just like he's buffing.
You're already doing a visceral thing. You don't need to make it.
Yeah.
more
I'm
like-
munting. You know, it just sounds like I can't explain. Like full headed.
It sounds more Frankston than Buff.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, do you? Sorry, side
Another
note,
side note, here we go.
again.
Hooligan have this.
We should have a soundboard for every time you go for a side note.
Have you shown them the
Side
soundboard?
note.
Yeah,
Have you shown them the soundboard?
yeah, I showed
Yeah.
you the soundboard.
Even like the other two.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is still from last week's
Is it
one.
really?
Bruh. Yeah,
Anything
anyway,
else?
what were you saying about the side note? That's very
Oh
important.
yeah, Hooligan Hefts is performing at Mango, which is but
Sorry, who?
I have
And
to,
where?
I have to go on Friday. You know,
Mango,
do you
you're
know,
too old for this.
yeah,
Cool kids.
I hate Mango. I can't do it. My friends are the kind of people where they'll have their Coke, they'll have their whatever,
Yeah.
and they'll stay till 7 in the morning.
Can't do it.
And I'm stuck there, like, because I don't do shit. I'm stuck there, and I'm like, I want to go home at 4.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed.
Like that.
But then
4, I can't even reach 4.
Really?
Yeah. We did a 1 a.m. show about like 4 months ago.
And
I
like
was
bedtime.
I struggled. I was like, fuck, I'm about to go on stage. I'm ready for bed.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it because like went to levels. Like I hate levels.
Yeah, everywhere.
I hate everywhere. But and then last week, and then they're like, nah, we're staying till like 6, and it's like 3 at the stage. And I'm like, okay, I'm already tired as. And then once the main DJ's go off at like 4:30, it's just the same sets like over and over. You hear
Oh,
the
yeah.
same songs like
Same
repeated,
songs.
repeated. And I'm like, how do they just not in their mind understand it's the same fucking set?
What confused me sometimes about club culture is like how much of it is like at the level where you only enjoy it if you're at a
Fucked.
certain level of
Yeah.
intoxication. Do you know what I mean? It's like you go in there dead sober, you're like, this is fucking weird. Like it's just odd.
I go dead sober and I hate it.
Yeah.
Like I go like not every week, like every like let's say month or so,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, oh yeah, cool. But then I don't get fucked up, and then I'm want to be in bed by fucking 4
Yeah,
if I can.
100%.
Never happens because they just don't fucking.
I haven't had a like a nighttime to like 9 a.m., 7 a.m. for ages. When was the last time you did that?
Fuck. Probably New Year's about 8 years ago.
At Revs.
Nah, this is up in Queensland.
I live around the corner from Revs. I still haven't gone.
Probably. I've only been once, and that was after Love Machine on the. Fun fact: Love Machine Thursday, free entry.
True.
Shout
I
out.
didn't know, no,
Shout
no,
out.
Shout out.
I didn't know it until I went, and they're like, "Yeah, every Thursday's free entry." I'm like,
That's wild.
"Oh, come."
I'm about free intro.
That's it. I wouldn't go if it wasn't free entry.
Yeah.
Problem is getting home. That's because Frank's in line. Nice.
I guess that works into my other question. What's your favorite club bangers?
Club bangers.
Yeah.
20.
My mum suggested this one, so
Oh hell yeah. Like if something comes on in the club, what's the one we're going
Yeah.
off to more? What's yours?
Fuck.
We were speaking about this though the other day. Like, what's the one that for me it's like
Like a pickup, like the one where you're like, I'm awake now.
Groove Armada, I see you baby, I see you baby, shaking that ass,
oh, I think I know that one.
shaking that ass. That fucking pops
Was
off.
that 2006?
It was early.
Really?
There's a video of me as a kid, like kid, in my fucking diaper, just going, shaking that ass.
Like if Drop It Like It's Hot comes on,
Yeah.
like you got to get down to that.
I mean, I've said before, I'll say it again. Always gonna be baseline junkie. I
Oh, yeah.
love baseline junkie.
It's
Sure.
like Dizzy Rascal. What
Is
is
it
it?
Dizzy?
Is he still doing stuff?
No, he's currently, I think, in prison for abusing women.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
So,
Wild.
I was gonna say shout out to
In
Sebastian.
Paris, Jay-Z, Kanye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's weird because all like if there was like, I'm trying to think like really cringy songs that would be like I know that I would rock out to, like Fall Out Boy. This Ain't a Scene, like Arms Race is so good.
You been to emo night?
No, I have not.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I might have to. Wait,
I've been told to go emo night.
where's
Yeah.
that at?
There's one, the main one you want to go to. So emo night used to be Bang at Royal Melbourne Hotel.
Oh, okay.
And then Bang's no longer a thing, but they still kind of do it. It's a vibe. It's wild. It's kind of like all the kids got bullied in high school in one room, and they're all like, "We're not bullying
Sounds
each
like
other."
my type of place.
And they're all respectful. Like I feel like
Yeah.
most metalheads as well at the same time are so respectful.
100%.
Like they pick each other up. When
Oh, actually, no. I got pushed off the podium by a girl in some fishnets, and I was like, "I'm very intimidated."
Oh,
I'm
wow.
getting off
fishnets
now.
are scary.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you just get the vibe from them, and you're like,
It's like scary in a good way. It's like fear of God.
yeah,
It's like-
absolutely, yeah. Did you see the lineup for Beyond the Valley?
No.
Oh, I really
Oh,
want to go.
Dom Dola's on there.
Yep.
Isn't it?
Don Dola, Diplo. I think Megan Thee Stallion. I might be wrong there. Who else is going? No, I'm actually gonna look at this now. Lime Cordial.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you
I
have
think you
to
were
say it
talking about
like
this.
that.
Yeah.
Cordial. Otherwise, I'll get someone will yell at me.
Have
I'll
you
say.
guys seen fucking Doja Cat's new new look?
Oh, she shaved.
She's shaved
all of her
everything.
hair.
Do you see Denzel Curry turned her into like a fucking Goku? Or
I
something?
love her. I love her so much.
Yeah, well, a rapper called Denzel Curry just like went on Snapchat.
Oh,
and
sorry,
started-
he's on Beyond the Valley as well.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
he started like drawing her as different characters. So I think he drew her as Goku, drew her as Finn from Adventure Time. And they're so amateur drawings. It's so funny as well.
Nelly Furtado's going as well.
Oh,
Yeah, promiscuous.
yeah, I know that one.
That's her. And then Young Lean.
Lean.
Young Lean.
Yeah.
So gassed about that. Do you know who Young Lean is?
He's SoundCloud rapper.
He used to be, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's kind of.
It's that's kind of that's the term I give to any rapper that has face tats.
Yeah, basically.
I don't even know if he has. Does he have face tats?
He sounds like he does.
He has body tats. Yeah.
H is going. I'm excited for H. I was meant to see him at Splendid, but I missed out on that too.
You guys know Blade? Have you heard of like Blade and like the whole Drain Gang movement?
I've heard about I've heard his name going around. I have no idea who he is.
Like Blade is a Swede. I think with Young Lean is Swedish, and they just like make like really like ethereal like rap stuff.
Yeah.
And their newest album he did with another guy called Echo 2K called Crest. It's amazing, but they sound absolutely like so wankery and so like
themselves?
yeah, no, literally. But they also like their singing voice is like, I'm about to cry, but I don't want to because like I'm around cool
love
people
that.
and stuff like that.
Like Lil Peep.
Definitely Little Peep.
I remember I'd walked on that day.
Yeah.
Like little like X.
Definitely recommend them though.
Yeah.
Slaps.
I really want to go see the chats at the forum. I feel like that'd be
Obviously.
mad.
True.
I should go to the forum. I haven't been to the forum at all before, but I know like a lot of people.
It's a cool venue, but it's just I don't know. I've only been
Would
to
you
like
go?
once.
Sold out, didn't
Forum?
they? Yeah,
Maybe.
I think so.
Not sure. I saw Spacey there last week. That was great. Spacey Jane.
I wanted to go see Genesis Owusu, but
They were
I
also
had
at Splendor. I didn't
plans.
see them, which I was really mad about. But I think they're going Falls Festival in December.
Yeah, they're going to Falls Festival as well.
I think it's Falls. So I'll check Forum for you.
I'd be surprised if they haven't, to be honest.
Their new album came out
Yeah.
like a few years ago. I listened to a few of those. Ticket Inspector I really like. But
Yeah.
here
It's
we are.
actually really fun.
What is
anyway.
what?
No, new Chat's album's really good too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't
yeah.
listened to it yet.
It's pretty funny.
They
Okay.
lived down this like straight from me in Queensland. 'Cause
Really?
yeah,
Where
they're
in
in
Queensland
Sunshine
are you
Coast.
from?
I'm from Sunshine Coast.
I'm from Noosa.
Oh, dead set.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No,
we used to play with the Chats up in
Oh,
like
yeah.
Soul Bar and stuff.
I was in Caloundra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. So I was there for about 13 years.
That's a new fact I
How do
haven't
you guys
realized.
all find each other? Like he's always like, oh yeah, they're from Noosa too. I'm like, well, do you guys just fucking
How do
like?
you go from Caloundra to Frankston?
Don't. I've been asked that so many times, and it's. I would say family. Oh, it's tickets.
Oh, nice.
There you go. It's family, but at the same time, I was like, fuck, because all my family's down here initially, and I'm like, mum and dad like, do you want to go back? In my head, I'm like, oh, cool holiday, yeah. Not remembering that I actually have to live here
Yeah.
with like the shitty weather, and I was like, fuck, I actually do miss it. But I went up the other like a few months ago,
Yeah.
and I was like, it's cool, but it's all like really like, you know where? Okay, Caloundra.
Yeah.
You know where? Do you remember Bell's Reach?
Yeah.
Yep. You know there was they're building that new Aura. That's fucked right now. That's massive.
Yeah, they've just put like
It doesn't feel like
buildings everywhere.
It doesn't
hey?
feel like Sunshine Coast.
No.
It's just like all like townhouses and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, and you're like,
You guys keep talking, sorry.
yeah, that's right. And it just sucks because like, my friend drove me through it, and I was like,
Yeah.
because they're trying to say it's gonna be as big as the Gold Coast.
Fuck, we don't want it to be the Gold Coast.
No,
That's the whole
literally.
point.
Whole point of Caloundra, it's Maroochydore, Mooloolaba,
Yeah.
all that. It's just it's beachy. It's like, for not me because I live there, but touristy kind of like nice beach, whatever. And they're just gonna fuck it up with like townhouses, and it's just they've already built like 3 schools on it as well.
Yeah.
In like 5 years, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Because
alright.
like I hate the whole wankiness of the Noosa Council, where they put in laws to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you can't build more than like 5 stories tall. Like, can't be this, can't obstruct.
Because I
views.
lived in Bell Vista, which is near the strip
Yeah.
from it, and it's just all that infrastructure is built out where that was nice land, and all those. Because you might Bruce Highway, they've got all those trees on the side where it's
Yeah.
like all they really like.
Yeah, and they just shredded it all and
Yeah,
built extra
and
lanes.
that's what it is. And normally like they were like perfectly lined, and there was like I remember when I was like 10, I was like, those are cool trees, gone.
Yeah, those pine plantations.
Yep. Yep, all gone,
Yeah.
all gone because of the fucking infrastructure. Sorry.
No, that's
But
alright.
this is like, I was really pissed off about that because it's just like it's kind of like fucking because there's another exit now to get into Caloundra. And all
Yeah.
that. You can go through like a separate area through those pines, which is not pines anymore. It's infrastructure. And I'm like, oh, I just remember the one way you just go like up over the hill through, but sucks. Go to Caloundra, Ryan.
All right.
It's great.
I might go the next holidays if I decide.
Honestly, do it. I was gonna take my friend up there because it's just not, it's good beaches, man.
All right.
There's great beaches.
I'm going to the great beaches at the end of the year. We're going to Fiji. It's going to be
Yeah,
fun.
I'm going to Bali. Sorry, I found this out like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I was like, my friend was like, "Should we go Bali?" And I'm like, "Oh, maybe."
Do
And
you
I
have
was
the
looking
money
at,
for it?
I actually do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a surprise.
Funny. I was looking at Airbnbs. They're fucking cheap. They're so cheap.
I just chose a package.
Airbnb is shit. When I went to Bali, it was fucking. We paid $1 a week, whatever it was, in our hotel, and it's a piece of shit.
yeah. I'll show you. There's some.
Cockroaches, bed bugs.
This
fan
is
that
the
Felt
lie.
like it's about to fall off the roof.
There's full. Hold on. Oh, there's full villas for 7 days. Right, 7 full days for 6 people, 1,200, which is split that up between what 6 people. That's 200 each for a whole week. 200 for a whole week of living, and it's a nice fucking like. Hold on, I'll try and find the one we were looking at. Oh, I was literally on the Airbnb website just then. Great. You keep talking, I'll find it.
Anyway,
How's Lilydale?
still quite boring as all the
Yeah.
places. I'm going to dox myself now. But yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So in other news, we have a gig tonight.
We do have
We
a
do.
gig
Yeah.
tonight. We're playing at the Bendigo Hotel.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Fuck
gotta
yeah.
come.
Do I have to?
He's gonna go
Do I
see
have to?
Hasbulla.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go see Hasbulla instead.
No, maybe. No, I won't. I won't go see Hasbulla.
He can't tell us he's doing that now.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend $200 on fucking Hasbulla. I would if he could punch me, that'd be sick. But I
If
don't
I could punch you.
if he could punch
Oh,
me,
okay. I was like, why would I punch you for $200?
He's double
I
the
mean, I'll
size of
take it, but like
Hasbulla.
still.
that's fucking. Where is it? That's look for that. That's like one literally $1,000,
It's pretty good.
and it's all like nice like full villas and that. And I'm like,
It's got a pool.
it's got a pool.
It's
Salmon,
got a
yeah.
pool.
Cool.
Yeah,
And that's
fancy.
if I go December as well, it's gonna be like warm.
It does rain a lot there. Over
Yeah. You
Christmas,
got to be
New
careful
Year's.
of monsoon season and stuff like
That's
that.
just fucking nice.
That
It's
is
so
nice.
sick. No, my friends went the other day, and then the day they'll come back. Funny. The day they were coming back, their flight got cancelled, and so they were stuck in Bali. And I was like,
Oh, no. What a shame. You're stuck in the most beautiful place in the world.
yeah, but they're also like, I miss my bed, I want to go home. And I'm like, you chose to go Bali?
Do you guys used to get like homesick or anything like that when you travel?
I kind of did when I went to Europe. I mean, the only thing that you get homesick about is the fact that it's not your bed. Like, that's the only thing. Is like I don't actually miss. Like I was living in Casamate at the time. I don't actually fucking miss Casamate. I miss my own bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you?
You just rebuy the same model
really?
of the bed.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I
Same
usually-
squeaky IKEA bed. That's what I want.
I usually don't. Yeah, I usually have a shitty bed sometimes. I fall asleep anywhere. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Literally anywhere though.
Yeah.
Because I'm short, I can be like, that couch, mine. Like
Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm happily sleeping on a couch because I know I can like make myself comfortable in it to some degree. Like my friend, he's like 6'5", and he slept on literally like a one-seater, and he had like his whole legs just like over the top of the thing, and he's like not resting his head on anything.
I
And I'm
can't do it.
Like,
I'm so picky.
I'm not the tallest, but I'm not the shortest. But I can compact myself into kind
Yeah.
of pretty small to fall asleep.
I
pretty
found
much
out the other day, I sleep diagonally.
Me too.
Wait, what?
I didn't notice this. I was in bed with someone the other day, and I just funny.
Is this another
He's
shout
trying
out?
to- he's trying to-
This is a shout.
He's
But, like,
flexing on us, guys.
no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. But I'll just say, they're like, do you know you sleep diagonally? I'm like, do I? And then I went to bed the next night, and I'm like, I noticed where like how I'm sleeping. I'm like, oh, I do. And it was the biggest realization I've
Yeah.
had in like the last like 3 years.
I used to do it because I used to have an electric blanket that you could heat different sides of the bed, and I'd have one side of the bed like warmer than the other, so
Oh,
my feet
see, in
would
the
be
middle.
cold, and my head would be warm, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is great," you know. You'd like angle yourself.
If you sleep diagonally, you sound like the worst person to sleep with.
When I say diagonally, it's not like I'm head here all
All the way
it's
to the
just
other
like, it's
side.
just like a slight tilt.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not like a big tilt. It's just like enough for like myself.
I can take that, and I can take people like on their back sleeping, but I cannot take like people on their front sleeping.
what
like,
the fuck?
how the fuck do you do
I'm
that?
not deep sea diving. Like I'm not going like that.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
With my feet like diagonal.
I tried.
Face in the pillow.
Yeah.
You're trying to kill yourself.
Yeah, I got really sick one time. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this will help me get to sleep. And I was like, oh no.
That scares me. My friend, like fucking last year, got really drunk, and I went to bed. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm asleep. I don't have to deal with them. They hop in, the same. They're like, oh yeah, go sleep with James. I'm like, oh, I have to deal with them. They were face down the entire when they started sleeping. I'm
It's
like,
stressful.
literally, because I was like, fuck, I have to like keep them like not
Dead.
dead.
Yeah.
And then if I fall asleep, I don't know what they're gonna do. But at the same time, they were really pissing me off because they were just fucking like hovered over me, and I'm like, I just want to sleep. My one quad is cold. It's like all that. And then like I had to like move their head like every like 2 minutes because I'm like,
Oh, how about psychos that sleep with their eyes open? Have you ever?
I've
Oh,
never met
that's
someone. I've
weird.
never
Yeah,
met someone with.
I got a mate that does that, and he's so.
Oh.
You'd just be sat there, just like.
That's
And he
so,
starts sleeping. So what the fuck?
so strange.
I feel like you wake up with the driest eyes.
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
I'd hate that.
Do they still blink?
No, they're just like.
That's
And he's
odd.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
And win staring contests.
Yeah, what is that like when you sleeping with your eyes open? Like,
Yeah, like
how is like
how is it
work with
possible?
dreaming?
Yeah.
I can imagine that. That would be so fucked up. You're just
Like,
they just say
hallucinating.
Is it like in their
Yeah,
eyes they
true.
think it's like dark, or is like
Yeah,
I don't know what they see.
Like I don't know if their brain just shuts off senses or some shit. But
That's insane. I've never
I don't know.
I've
how,
never
I-
met someone like
Yeah,
I'm
that.
a
don't
bit
know.
jealous though. Like some conversations, you're like, "Fuck, I could have a nap right now." You just have to stay conscious.
Yeah.
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 You just be talking to someone, just go. Pretend you're asleep.
I literally I couldn't do it. Fuck, no, never mind. I was gonna say something, I forgot it.
Anyway, did you have any other questions?
I just didn't have any to begin with. I won't lie to you. I just rocked up and it was like, oh, my bus was late. That's about it.
We usually do this on the fly anyway, so
Yeah,
doesn't really
love
matter.
it.
Serious. But
What's next for Arabella?
Annabella?
Annabella.
Have you seen how
do you know the
they've
name of your own band?
Yeah.
Have you seen the name of how they've spelt our name for this gig? It's like on all the posters and stuff, and also in like the promo, there's this like gig guide that's put it out as well. We are Arabella, ARR, and the Heist, but and the Heists.
With an S on the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Arabella and the Heist. So it's a pirate themed gig now.
Yeah. At least put like a Z on the end, so it's
Says
just
like,
cool.
just get a hat from Savers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% hook. Yeah.
Well, the last gig we played, we were Arabella and the
We were
Heist.
Arabella. I don't. Yeah, it's so odd. I've had this issue my whole like Arabella career. I was literally like on radio one time, and this girl was struggling. She was like stuttering. She was like, "Holly and I was like, and they like eventually ended up going Holly Alabama, and it's become the thing now. It's like that's my alter ego. It's my country alter ego.
Also known as like change to their Snapchat name. Also blah blah this. My friend, Dan. Did I tell you
Oh,
I
yeah.
changed his Snapchat name too?
No.
All the names girls have called him wrong in the club. So his name's Dan, but
Yeah.
he's got Dave.
Dave.
He's got a Dave. He's got a Kevin for some reason. I don't know how he got a Kevin, and he got a Gale.
Yeah.
So
Gale.
I get Snapchat from Dave/Kevin/Gale. Other than no clue.
Iconic.
You should put that on your your bio. Just be like Holly Arabella, also Holly Alabama,
Holly
also Harry Yeah.
Holly
Yeah.
Wholly unintelligible
noises.
noises.
This also, you might have just made the biggest missed opportunity for your band because Holly and the Heist,
It would have worked.
it would have worked.
It would have worked. But then we'd be HH. And did you hear about Harry Styles' new merch?
I've heard his merch is shit.
No, but he's got new merch, and on the caps it was because it's Harry's house. He put HH on the back,
Oh.
and everyone cracked the shits and was like, "That's Hail Hitler." Like you can't put HH on
serious?
the back.
Yeah.
The TikToks are jumping
Yeah.
on it and saying, "Oh, that's anti-Semitic."
I've never seen.
It's like, come on.
So Hallie Hansen as a brand is just screwed now. They
Actually-
can't put HH on anything.
That's convenient because I had another question. It was like, any merch drops?
Oh my god, yeah, I want to. We want to. So like we're kind of about we want to do. Did you hear what Courtney Barnett did with her merch in the early days?
No.
She bought a screen printer and she went to op shops and like bought t-shirts and just screen printed onto random t-shirts.
Oh, that's smart.
And you could they were so much cheaper to make, so she sold them for cheaper and they were all like individual. So I was kind of vibing doing something like that, like even if it's not op shops. 'Cause
It's
op
probably
shops-
worth fucking mint now as well.
Yeah, op shops are so expensive now. But
Well,
like,
yeah, you can get like get like singlets or something like that and just put it on there.
Yeah.
Because you get a whole like 5-pack for maybe
make
like
little
$15.
booty shorts or something,
Yeah,
screen print
easy.
onto them.
Get
That'd
some
be funny,
socks.
So I want to make our own. Yeah, make a little DIY project.
Yeah, you're gonna get someone to like come up with some nice, easy, and like really good like eye-catching like
Yeah,
logos and stuff like
little
that would be
logo.
sick as, and some
just,
caps.
I just don't want like Gildan super soft t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so sick of them. Like you want to be like a hot little like alt girl, but you're wearing like an extra large Gildan t-shirt. Just doesn't.
It's
vibe.
out of place. Yeah. I get
Yeah,
what
I
you mean.
want little like booty shorts, maybe some like socks,
Sunnies. possibly.
sunnies.
I don't know
Yeah,
how-
we've got pics. Oh my god, like I'm about
do I
to
have
promo one. We've got pics, and they're
Oh, that's sick. Wait,
pretty great. Well, that one's a bit
Bit
effed.
faded.
that's mad.
Yeah, so like they're alright. We've got stickers as well, but like only so far stickers get you.
Trying to think like the rapper MF Doom has his own like scratch and sniff CD cases as
Oh
his
my
merch.
god, that's
Does he?
sick.
What?
So he would like scratch it, and you apparently it's like what MF Doom smells like. You scratch it, and it's, I saw it on
I
Nardwar.
was gonna make a joke.
Yeah,
I didn't make it.
on Nardwar, he interviewed Tyler the Creator, and you scratch and sniff it, and you smell like MF Doom, and apparently it smells like steak.
Oh, I love that.
It's
I
so
saw that
funny.
episode.
He probably just doesn't smell now, does he?
Well,
It's probably just.
probably smell like the grave, I guess.
What does a grave smell like? I've never.
Yeah,
Decomposing.
Yeah.
rotting, I guess.
I don't think I've ever
in
smelled
peace,
a
MF
rotting.
Doom.
I've smelled like what's the
You've
word,
never smelled a rotting grave? That's really surprising.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, no,
What have you guys?
Been living down in Frankston and whatnot.
it's down the street. Give up. Oh, he's gone. You know.
Do some grave rotting
went
on
in-
the side.
I went into Macca's the other day.
And it was a grave. Sorry.
Yeah. No.
Smell like a graveyard.
I walk into Macca's and there's this guy there. He's like off his head. He's gone. Like playing the piano, just looking up at the sky, going. Whatever.
Iconic.
And my friend is working at Macca's, and I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, it's Chris." I'm like, "Huh?"
What's
Yeah,
Chris
we got our normals. And then he brings his friend over, and he's like, "Yeah, what we got Crazy Bub. Oh no, Crazy Bub's dead. With and this lists off a whole name of like places, and little places, sorry, people. And I was like, that's I could never work in a Macca's. I'd hate it.
No, I couldn't do it.
The stress and anxiety of just like every day just getting just fucked over.
Yeah.
I've been that, not aggressive, but I've been in after a house party, everyone goes to Macca's, 200 people in the one Macca's.
Couldn't do it.
Because one guy one time, he just had brought a razor scooter in. 300 people were in a circle watching this guy do like sick tricks. They're like, oh!
That's wild.
And then people gone behind grabbing their own food. And I'm like, yep, we're going to get down in a second.
Yeah.
But I could not be that worker. I
Nah.
hate it.
So obviously, well, we talked about how Arabella and the Heist started, but I'm putting you on the spot here, sorry, part of any other bands or anything like that before?
Yeah, on the sunny coast, I was in a couple. We had one, Lost Laws. It's kind of surf rock blues stuff. That was actually with Drew, so bass player of Arabella and the Heist. He was lead guitarist of that band. That was a Wheel 5-piece. Played around there for a bit, a couple of years, and then after that band kind of disbanded, and then me and the bass player from Lost Laws decided to form a 2-piece. I bought a drum kit, said, "You're playing drums now." We kind of just did like a White Stripes, Black Keys ripoff called Flat Whites. And
Nice.
that was kind of like, garage rock.
It was
kind
two
of stuff.
white guys who couldn't sing.
Yeah,
so
my
they
little
were
flat. I was working at a coffee shop at the time, so I was like, Flat White sounds pretty good. yeah, so kind of we did that for a couple of years and then moved down here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Were there any other band names that you guys had before, like Arabella, Heist, or even Flat Whites or anything like that?
Lost Laws, which is a terrible name in itself. We originally had purple curtains because Drew had purple curtains in his room. So we're like, purple curtains, that could be us.
Oh my god, I remember that in like year 12 and year 11, like our music crew, like we were really like, oh, let's make a band and stuff like that, and like, well, we should call ourselves, and we were like really, really like
Barista Bros. Sorry, I just
Hell yeah. But
Absolutely.
no, like we came up with like really dumb shit. Like I wanted to call a band called Hot Cheese. I don't
Oh,
know
I
why
love
that was
that.
funny. And then
That sounds
goes
like it
hard.
would be something to like Flying Nun or something.
yeah, probably something.
Let's
like
be
that.
honest, any band name is shit until that band becomes famous.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
absolutely.
Arctic
Right.
Monkeys, like what?
That's
You
cool.
know?
I think that's still cool. I still
You
think.
reckon?
Yeah,
What is the best band name ever? Do you think?
I can tell you the worst.
What's that?
1975.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, it's
off.
controversial.
Yeah.
What?
No, name.
Do you know why they're called that?
No, I actually don't. That's
Okay,
probably why.
hold on.
Sorry.
So
You're gonna get lectured.
Oh.
You don't know what
Matt
you started.
Healy, our God and Savior, he was given this book by an old man, and he was like, okay, what the fuck? And he was flicking through it, and in the start it said the summer of the 1975, and he was like, that's kind of cool. So they called the band that, and I just think it's fucking sick. I
Okay.
love that.
Okay.
And I love the fact it's numbers. You know, like if you saw somebody else do that, you'd be like, that's wanky, but it's Matt Healy, so he just does it anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that, and that's where it comes back to
Yeah.
personality and the
Oh,
people themselves.
100%.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, we're Parker's Baked Pretzel, Shackers.
No, I honestly think the best band name is Psychedelic Porn Crumpets.
Hell yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tropical Fuckstorm.
Oh, I love Trouble Fuck.
Love that.
So good. Yeah, it's
How
always
did you come up with that shit? It's a,
But like,
drugs. Lots of
fucking-
them.
Yeah, lots of drugs.
going back to King Giz and the Lizard Wizard, it's like they formed in the course I'm literally doing at the moment. We've gotten lectured so many times, being like, just so you know, King Giz formed in this course.
You-
But they were like, we're not gonna like rate you on whatever you call your projects. We like rated them down because of their name.
Yeah. You know what really annoys me is the Smashing Pumpkins. Like, I think the name would be so much better if they dropped the. Just
Really?
Smashing. It's just their name is the Smashing
But then
Pumpkins.
it's an action. It's like Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins sounds better than the Smashing Pumpkins. So you
Interesting.
think
don't you just imagine a group of pumpkins just smashing themselves?
that would be fun? Or did they mean like, oh, there's a pumpkin, like
Yeah,
those
they've
pumpkins
got all
are
that
smashing.
smashing.
They're very Smashing Pumpkins.
I never thought about it like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I really like the.
The
Is that actually?
Yeah,
that's
That's
such
a
a band.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The.
That's it. I like that one.
Sometimes those are like really cool, but then there's like the Linda Lindas. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't really get it. Like the Linda Lindas, like what does that like entail?
gets a bit
exactly?
much sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you think like if King Gizzard dropped the King and the Lizard Wizard, it would be better
Well,
just
now
as
it's
King
just
Gizzard?
Giz, which is
It's
so
like King Giz,
iconic.
isn't it? Isn't it just King Giz?
Yeah, but like if
Yeah.
I said, do you listen to the new Giz record, you'd know what I,
know,
was
yeah,
saying.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like when people get so iconic, it's like I say Gaga, you know who I'm talking about. You say like someone's first name and it's like you know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
So I fucking love that. That's so good. But like you look at like band lineups the other day, it's like I'll send Joe a band lineup, be like, are these all bands? Because it'll just be like
Sounds like waffle.
I saw,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a lineup. It's for Ninch Fest actually, and like half the bands on there, I was just like, these are insane names. I don't know if I like them, like hate them, or love them. Like
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were. There's so many like insane like names. Like how'd you come up with that?
And then like some individual artists, like their stage names are just cool. Like I saw one there that was like Tasman Keith. And
oh,
I'm
I like that.
And I'm like, ooh.
You hear a name and you're like, is that actually your name? Yeah.
And then he came out because it was like it was a gig somewhere, and he literally had like a Michael Jackson hand on, like one of the like,
Oh.
gloves.
I love
and
it.
he's rapping when he does it too. He's got like the sparkly glove, and I'm like, yes.
Iconic.
I was like going off, but it was okay.
It was fine. It didn't live up to the name.
The presentation, brilliant.
Yeah.
The
Execution.
Yeah. I feel like you can get really lazy with band names, especially at rapper names. Like you get your
young
Lil.
Lil.
no, what's that virtual reality rapper that's like effing Mecca or
Oh,
something like
and
that?
did you see Columbia signed him and then dropped him a week later?
Yeah, no,
Really?
because
Yeah.
apparently there's like, isn't he voiced by a white guy and he
yeah,
keeps saying the N word or
Yeah, he's
something like
voiced by a white guy, but the AI keeps
controversial.
writing in like the N word and stuff like that.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
God.
And the videos they're kind of making him, they've animated him as a black guy, but he's voiced by a white guy. And Columbia was just like, they face all this backlash to that. We're dropping you.
That's like face reveals on YouTube. Like you don't know you think
Yeah.
like, oh, they probably like this. They're completely fucking
Mm.
different. Yeah. But
Wild.
Yeah, AI rappers.
AI
That was-
rapper.
literally, that was the first time I'd heard about it. I was like, what the fuck's an AI rapper?
Mm.
I was like,
AI is wild though. There's
Yeah,
so
I've-
much shit now.
Some of the like I've seen album covers like turn like wallpapers into like expansive, and it's like they did one for Yeezus, I think it was. Like it's just a
Yeah, it's just a
disc,
CD.
but the AI's like expanded it, so it's like got a like actual setting behind it and everything. It's so cool.
I've seen like there's album covers that like if you buy on CD or vinyl they actually can move, but it's like that one, I don't know what it's called, like the illusion walls where like you look at it one way. And it's
like lenticular.
yeah, that's
I've-
what it's called.
yeah.
There's a band called oh god, I forgot their name. It's like a video game like rock band. They're really good, but they have like their own like CD case that you can just look and it's like a bunch of characters moving.
That's so
That'll be if that like that should be like future stuff. I think like that's like
Oh, yeah.
new future stuff.
I've got a Jack White record that's the same thing.
Oh really?
You hold it, look at it one way, he's playing an electric guitar. You turn it the other way, and he's playing acoustic guitar.
Oh,
This is the AI thing. This is the example. So you got the MF Doom album, and just expands
Oh,
it
that's
sick.
into like other stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
well, let's see.
That's sick.
So it's like it's got the initial artwork, but then the AI like pushes it out. So
Oh,
it looks like a
that's really
setting and all
cool.
We AI generated our EP cover.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
yeah.
We just typed in red album cover Alice because that was the name of the single, and it came up with. What did it come up with?
It came up with a bunch of them, and I think we got a little bit confused because it sort of looked like they'd taken bands
And like
and
crammed it. Yeah.
like we were. I think
You
there's
didn't know if it
still
was copyright or not.
There's so much
yeah.
like murky ground. We were like, we're small enough.
It
that we're
looks a
not
little
gonna
bit like
Just put
Kate
hate-
Bush, like on the actual singles cover. I
Yeah.
thought like it just mixed in Kate Bush and like something else.
It's
Just put
so
H.
weird.
Just put HH.
Well,
It'll be
like
fine.
we were well, we can't put HH. We'll get fucking sued. But it's so weird the like murky territory around
that
it.
thing. That was AI.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Which is like wild. And everyone's messaging us being like, what artist did this? We're like,
And the creepy thing is, it kind of looks like Holly in one of the outfits she was wearing. And one
Is
of
that
my
is that
jeans.
why you chose it? Is like
Yeah,
it just looked a little
kinda.
bit like you? All right.
yeah, we could rip that off.
Yeah, just say it's her.
That's the merch. That's where it's. Yeah.
That's where it is. Yeah, just put it on
Just
there.
type in to
Well, like-
AI Arabella and the Heist t-shirt design. See what happens.
On Redbubble tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, fucking we were so aware of on that EP that we were like Alice sort of came about, which is like we were listening to a fuck ton of Wolf Alice at the time, and we literally went in and was like, we really love this song that was on their new album. We were like, let's write something that's not stolen, obviously, but like inspired by. And we were like, oh, let's just play into it. So the EP is called Steel. And then the song's called Alice. And it's like there's a lot of little Easter eggs. It's like that was why we sort of went into like the like album cover being like, well, if it is a bunch of mismatched shit, it just matches the whole
Mismatch
vibe.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think when people are scared of taking influences from things, you get some. Yeah, I think that's what music's done since the beginning of time, and I think that's totally fine.
I mean, it's like what's that Freddie Mercury quote where it's like you can do whatever you want with my music, just don't make it boring.
yeah, literally, 100%.
I think yeah, a good album cover just reflects on the music and like that, and I think that actually works well because it's like very because
It's like a book cover.
yeah, it's like a book cover. Exactly.
Yeah.
Although newer book covers look like shit.
Shit,
now.
absolutely not. Like,
Like-
the simplistic, minimalistic, like ooh.
Yeah, compared to like something like Goosebumps books or something like
Oh,
that.
they slap.
Yeah, it's so
Some
good.
fucking R.L. Stein up in here.
But yeah, actually that's a good question. What's your favorite album covers?
Oh,
I gotta go with my album now.
album covers. You got me thinking
yeah, don't
now.
cheat, James. Think of it off the top of your head.
You know what goes straight to mind is just like the Black album cover, but like so many people have done that
Yeah.
now. It's
yeah,
like that
Dr.
fucking
Dre.
scene in Spinal Tap where it's like it's just black.
Mm.
It's like, but it's just black. And then Kanye did it,
Madonna.
Donda.
and Madonna did it, and who else? AC/DC did it. Did they do it? I think so.
No, but Metallica has kind of a black album, but it's,
Yeah.
you can still see stuff on it. So it's not like
I
pure
think
black.
when they're iconic like that, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like simplistic, like look at the music, not the idea of the cover.
100%. But you sort of have to be big to be able to do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're not going to pick it up off the shelf.
Trying to think. Oh, okay, I got an idea. Album's not the greatest, but Neo Theater by AJR. Have you seen that album? That one?
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
The blue with the little puppets. Yeah.
Yeah, I
that's
think, but I
sick.
think that's like that's good resembling of like AJR's like very musical, like
Oh, yeah,
sounding
absolutely.
stuff. Every time I think of like good album covers, I always think of the really memey ones, like the Weezer cover. I think
Basic,
like
yeah.
I think
simplistic.
yeah, I think like my favorite album cover would probably be like either Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson or Death Grip's Bottomless Pit.
True.
Fucking love it.
Is that the one where they've got the Is that the Get Got one? Is that album?
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
One of the album covers is just a blurred out penis, which
Oh, I love
kind
that.
of just I guess is an allegory for the whole music. I guess.
What album was it? The most fucked album cover I've ever seen. It's by Sticky Fingers. Which one is it's?
Fucking sticky fingers.
Caress Your Soul. Have you seen this?
Is that the one with the pink glove? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of something else.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Wild.
Oh.
Absolutely fucking wild. And I was like, fair. Can't wait. I'm seeing them in like next month, but I hope he doesn't throw a fucking mic and storm off the stage.
He
Oh,
did
yeah.
do that the other day, didn't he? That's a bit. You went and bought tickets, so
No, this is a festival though. So
Oh, okay.
hypothetically,
Yeah.
if it goes to shit, I've got other stuff to like.
yeah.
You know.
I don't know. It's like I saw a video on TikTok being like, "Oh yeah, they stormed up the stage." But it's kind of like you.
They didn't
bought
get a refund
ticket.
either.
Yeah, you bought a ticket for this. You knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, like they've got a massive history of fucking
Yeah,
like
they're not the best.
not the
people.
greatest people. Good music, but
Yeah,
don't be shitty.
still a bit iconic, but like not in a good way.
It's like how what was it? What was the band? Oh, Rancid Eddie. They got all their shit blacklisted from Triple J
Yeah.
because like their shitty behavior.
I was so annoyed. I played the biggest show I played as solo artist. I supported a band called Good Dogs, and rest in peace, Good Dogs, because at that show it was an underage show and there was a bit of shit going on in the dressing room that you don't really want to know
Oh,
about.
no.
And it was being run by The Push, which is like underage shows and stuff. And the girls went and told their story and literally got blacklisted. And I've never really been able to go, hey, this was like really awesome. We sold this show out because like they got blacklisted the next day.
Oh,
on
God.
Triple J.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So like I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Sorry, what was your favorite album?
I think actually now you mentioned Sticky Fingers. It's not Sticky Fingers, but it's where they got their influence from. The Rolling Stones' Zipper Down album.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
true.
the original vinyl cover. Actually, it was a pair of jeans, and you actually unzipped it
What?
to get the record out.
Oh,
So it had a
that's-
real zipper on
That's
it.
that's all-
sick. I love that.
They should do more of that.
Yeah.
I love that type of stuff. I like die cut like album covers
It's
too.
gonna be like, if they do it now, it's like $120 for those kind of like special like edition vinyls, all that stuff. The vinyls are expensive now.
So expensive.
But if you keep on to them and like in 10 years time, you can just sell them out and then make a lot of bank from those.
Unless
I
the
don't
artist gets
know.
blacklisted.
They're gonna get cheaper though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends on what kind, like like a lot of King Gizzard stuff. There's limited edition stuff. Stuff you can. There's only like very few copies of, like their Timeland album.
I was talking to Holly the other day. I've got a Murlocs, one of their pressings. I paid $20 for it, and then realized on Discogs it's like 250,
Yeah.
$300
Oh,
if I sell it
really?
to someone in America.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I think in like 5 years time, I'll just look at all my vinyls and be like, which ones don't I need?
It's
And
always
just,
going to be the
like, sell
same
'em.
5 that get reprinted all the time. It's going to be like Igor by Tyler, the creator. It's going to be Lime Cordials, 12
I'm
Steps.
cordial.
Cordials.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, Tame Impala. What am I which one is it? It's one of them.
I don't know
Sure.
which one you're talking
And
about.
it's going to be, the same 5, like Mathers. What's the Eminem?
Marshall
Mathers
Mathers.
MP. It's going to be the, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and it's
Yeah.
going to be,
Dark Side of It.
top, like, same 5. Or, like, oh, I'm so indie.
Oh,
These same
literally.
5 fucking albums.
And they've got like they've got them put on their walls.
Wall.
People who put vinyl records on their
And
wall,
they take it out and just stick it on.
they stick it on, and then they're like, you can still play it. And I'm like,
That's not how
Yeah.
it works. Like,
ah.
put them
I'm
under this round.
I don't like people who are vinyl wankers being like, you can only touch my vinyl if you've done 3 circles around the block and cleaned your hands 70 times. Do you have these specific gloves on? I hate that
You
shit.
got to say your Hail Marys to touch my Jack White.
Yeah, literally.
And watch them just not even play the album to begin with. They'll just leave it in the fucking,
I am very guilty of that. I was moving house and I was like, fuck, I haven't even opened. Like some of them I was like, I haven't even opened it. Like,
But you're signed up to that like subscription, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's wild.
What subscription?
Third Man Records, Jack White from White Stripes label.
Oh, yeah.
Basically every 3-4 months they send out a package that like
Oh.
limited. And it used to be like all like old White Stripes recordings, but now it's turned into other artists that it arrives on my doorstep. I'm like, fuck,
Cool.
I didn't know
It's
about
free
this.
promotion. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I would love that. Like just random stuff that they have lying around.
Yeah.
They want to get rid
But
of.
yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Vinyl Me Please, that's a good subscription
Yeah.
service.
I've heard of that
I
one.
didn't even know
too.
there was vinyl subscription service. I won't
Yeah.
lie to you.
And they just what they do is they create different like limited
Taste.
runs of
Yeah.
different things. Like, this month it's this band, this month it's that.
Are they gonna send you the weed record?
No.
Oh my god, that was so.
Is it packaged
cool.
with weed?
Yeah,
What?
Sleep.
Oh,
Remember?
Sleep. Yeah, I
So
love
that
Sleep.
was the last
I got
package
a
I
vinyl
got.
of
But
theirs.
they've just same thing. Third Man Records. They've just announced they pressed weed leaves into the repressing, and it's green vinyl with each one's got a big leaf pressed into
That's
it.
so cool.
But they're facing issues because you obviously can't ship it anywhere.
Yeah.
America, you can. Oh, it
Not-
depends what states.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it all of America or is it just some states?
Well, because it's still federally illegal,
Yeah.
so you can't. Yeah, so most states you can't ship it over the borders.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's shit.
Yeah. I really want to get like I don't really want to get this album, but I've heard of this album. I forgot the band's name. It's like a German like noise rock band, but the cover is like a really bad flesh wound with hair growing out of it, and apparently the like CD packages and the vinyl packages like is packaged with hair.
Oh my god.
It looks so disgusting.
That's a bit wild.
Yeah.
It's a bit
feral.
much.
It's like, oh no. Did you see Tony Hawk was selling skateboards with his blood infused in it?
What?
Yeah.
That's some MGK shit.
It was about
Yeah.
the same time that Lil Nas X was doing the shoes with his blood in.
Oh, I
Like,
remember that. He got
Oh.
sued for that, didn't he? I
Yeah.
reckon that was publicity stunt.
Oh, well.
No. No, I reckon the whole blood thing with Lil Nas X was publicity stunt because he had an album coming out the week after. It's like he was just making TikToks being like, my court outfit, what I'm going to wear to court, you know? Everyone was sharing and being like, he's going to court over
And he
these
did a whole
shoes.
pregnancy stunt for like fucking 2 months.
Oh my
Oh
god,
God.
so odd. So odd. It's so good.
It was good promotion.
Yeah,
absolutely,
love it. But yeah, weird way to go about
I
it.
kind of want to go to Falls to see him in
Yeah.
December.
Oh,
But
he'll be so sick.
same
to
time
go
as
see.
Beyond the Valley. I got to choose between the two. I'm like, which one do I want to go to?
Life's big decisions.
Literally, like, and they're fucking expensive now too. Festivals like for camping.
I haven't been to a festival ever because they're so expensive. Yeah.
I feel like I did it once at least.
Yeah, I need
Yeah.
to do it once, I reckon.
But prepare because like I said with Splendor, we did an Airbnb, which is pretty smart.
Yeah.
Didn't do camping, which you know in the end definitely for the best because the mud was fucked. But I want to do camping soon. Like I want to be on the valley, but I can't camp for the shit of me. So I'll survive. But
I kind of want to go to Meredith. Do you camp at Meredith?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to go do that.
I reckon start one with like close to home, so you're not like
So I don't
Because
get
I'm
homesick.
stranded. In the
yeah.
bush.
Basically, that's what I did. I went to Laneway Festival. That was like closer to home, and I was
did you camp for Laneway?
no,
No,
you don't.
it's just
You know,
one
it's
day.
just
Oh, it's
one.
a one day?
It's
I
a one
thought
day
laneway
thing.
was in a laneway.
It started off in a lane.
Yeah, it was. Then it moved.
Like, did you like set up your tent behind the stage in a laneway?
There was a lot of weed going around. That's when I saw
lot of
Earl sweatshirt.
weeds.
Yeah, there's a lot of potheads, and it was funny.
Have you seen all those TikToks about like the Melbourne, the doof scene, and like you know the tunnel laneway scene?
I
the
have
schizophren-
seen that.
It's all ruined. It's all ruined now because there was like this massive one in like Project X one in Q like a few weeks like last week.
I can't believe that was in Q. It's like
I
the
pissed myself. I
least
saw that.
fucking doof suburb.
I'm like I used to go doof when I was younger,
Yeah.
but I'm looking now. I'm like
Fucking, because they were marketing it as a bush doof, and I was like that.
tons of people rocked up. supposedly.
I went to like real bush doofs as a kid, and they're in the bush.
Oh, yeah.
They're not in Q. Yeah.
I won't go into it. But there's one like it's 1 kilometer in like you know in a fucking bush,
Yeah.
right? And there's all mud to get there, and you're like, fuck, it just rained like earlier that day.
Yeah.
And then our friend got really drunk and like passed out, and we're like, fuck, we're gonna get him out here. Trekking a fucking kilometer back in the mud, having to jump over like broken cars.
That's the fun of it.
It is,
Yeah.
exactly. Because
It's
we
not
don't
in Q. You can't just pop
like-
around
it's
the
like
corner to Leo's.
follow the music, follow
Yeah,
the music, and it's
100%.
so cool. Ryan, you ever do a doof?
Nah, I haven't. We'll go one day.
We'll go
I'll
with
take
it.
you. If we got honestly, it gets dropped like 2 days or on the day of where it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with doofs,
So I've got to be prepared every day, basically.
Oh well,
You gotta be ready.
Go-
Gotta
Yeah,
be
you gotta
back.
have a bag.
They give you the date, and they just say, "All right,
this
tell you
then.
this.
Yeah. They're literally on the day. They'll be like here, and I'm like, I love that. Just about doofs. It's like a secret, not secretly little like you know, and it's like doof. And it's like all your friends just like congregating, and then it's like it's also like I said, people you know. You just rock up, you're like, oh, Stacey's here. What's going on?
Fucking Stacey. She's
Literally.
always at the door.
Oh, Stacey's off the caps again. Oh, she's
Oh,
she's in
no.
a K hole.
Yeah.
That's not even that's different drugs. But yeah. Either way, bush stuff scene. Haven't gone to a bush stuff in 2. I went to my first house party for the first time in 2 years again. That was fun.
I want to play a house party. Let's play a house party.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do
vibes?
it. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want to do a Halloween party. I haven't done one.
Halloween
Big
party.
yes.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite bands, Lightning Bolt, does like insane house parties where they all get dressed up and stuff like that. I think they're
Like Mad Monday.
kind of something like that. Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah, no. Because I got the space now. I'm like, might do a Halloween party. But then at the same time, you know when you're like, you're friends with these people, but they're not friends with each other, and then you're like, I don't know, this is good.
Drama.
Oh. But it's also because like other they've all been shitty to each other, and you're like,
Yeah, I've had that. Bit odd. god, we're like organizing my 21st at the moment. And I'm like, I think I'm just gonna do gigs and like, you know, you're all there for a thing.
So
you
it's
don't
not
just
my
have-
choice of who to invite.
Yeah, 100%. I reckon just play and be like, you sort yourselves out.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Oh no, wait. You can, oh, by the way, they're here.
Yeah, literally. Like, go and stand in that corner. It's like you draw circles on the ground. It's like you guys can be in this
And look at the
corner.
groups, like a little drinks just fucking staring at
Oh
them.
my god, Frank's and drama.
Too much drama in Frankston.
Do you know Frank? I don't know. You guys been Frankston, haven't you? Yep. You know, do you know what Motley is?
No.
The shittest club you'll ever go to in your life. It's like, it's only on public holidays.
Yeah.
And it's got like a revolving dance floor.
Oh, I
So it
love that.
spins.
That's kind of cool.
Not when you're fucked.
Yeah, I get that.
Not when you're fucked.
How
so-
fast does it spin though?
Hypothetically, if it was like here, it'd be like,
Oh, okay.
Who decided that was a good idea?
Surely that's
I
no
found out the other week my
H&S.
mum's done it. She was like, yeah, I was there when I was younger. And I was like, what? It was a different name. And it's been there for like 40, 50 years now.
That's wild. I feel like, yeah, when you're fucked, you'd step off it and you go
Literally go
face
fly.
first.
Like, in your head, you go flying. But
Yeah.
obviously, it's just, you know, off the fucking
Yeah.
step. And you're like, yeah, I'm cool.
100%.
But it's cool, like, premise, but it's just a shit club.
Yeah, wild.
Like, it's just Frankston.
Iconic.
And then they got one across the road, which is the deck. 25
But everyone in Frankston probably thinks that's the coolest club because they haven't been to like a bigger clubs. Like that was the Bendigo syndrome was like
Oh,
there's,
this is
like,
the one in Bendigo.
there's 3 clubs and it's like this one's the coolest one ever. It's like
We have friends in
Right.
Geelong and they're telling us all about these. Oh, this is. Oh, you wouldn't know it. It's
Yeah,
like it's cool.
literally.
I'm like,
we're
I don't know.
gatekeeping it for some reason.
I'm like, I don't know. It's in Geelong, so it might be
Yeah.
kind of shit. And then there's one in Narre Warren called Empire.
Oh wild.
Shit, Empire's ass. That's why
Shout
city
out
clubs.
to Empire.
No, don't shut up. I hate Empire. Can't stand it. But only city clubs.
Yeah.
Everything else is just.
That's
bare.
why Lilydale's so boring. There's nothing to go to.
I feel like Lily Doll's close to Narre Warren though, so you could go, no Void. You got Void.
yeah, that's
Void.
all we got. Void. I haven't been there yet.
Oh,
I do want to go there. It'll be fun.
Bendigo Hotel tonight. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be
It's
It's go-
pretty sick.
Yeah.
This is the details for the
Bring-
doof being like announced right now. Where it is.
Bring Hasbulla to the gig.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
not. Go-
Get him
Should I-
and bring him.
I wish we had a card just so he can give it to Hashbull and be like, "Come on,
Yeah.
please."
No, I really want to go, but like, 1, no money. 2, it's like there's a wait list, so I can't get tickets.
Mm.
True.
I do want to get punched by Hasbulla though. I feel like that'd be sick.
Where would you get punched?
Face. He goes hard. I've heard he goes hard as punches. Like he goes full strength on them
Yeah.
too.
Wild.
I don't hold back. So, oh yeah, Hasbulla, if you're in Melbourne right now and you want to just rock
Want to
out.
come to an Arabella and Heist
Yeah,
gig.
come down.
Yeah.
Even though this probably won't be out by today, come down anyway. That'll
We're
be fun.
sending. We're manifesting. it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Group manifestation.
I don't even know how long he's in Melbourne for. I just know he's
I reckon for a couple of days. Who knows?
What's he gonna do in Melbourne? Honestly.
Go to
Obviously.
Mango.
Go to Crown.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, he would.
He would go to
He
Crown
would go
for
Crown.
sure.
He'd actually go. And then he'd go to what finals? Footy finals.
True. Who's
That would be
playing?
so sick if we went to
Who's
footies.
playing?
Tomorrow is today is Brisbane Richmond.
Yeah.
True.
My team is not in the finals, so that's
Cry.
okay.
Who's
Yeah.
your team?
Hawthorn.
True.
Yeah,
We
unfortunately.
saw Bailey Smith in a supermarket the other day. I had a little fangirl moment. He
Oh,
was,
really?
He was picking out some diced tomatoes. I was like, damn.
You should go for the Coke. You know, in the other in the drinks aisle.
Oh, true.
Do you,
Yeah.
do you know they call him Bailey Sniff now?
Did I actually?
Bailey Smith.
I love how it was like a little tiny like 50 bag and he was like,
It's over. No, I didn't. My friend gave Clayton Oliver.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I didn't. Sorry. I wore a hat that said, "Oh, what a pill taker." It just
Yeah.
said pill taker. And Clayton Oliver and and Jane Stevenson, you might not know. You might know. And that Melbourne
I'm
players.
Bailey
Melbourne.
Smith gal only.
They
Did I have mullets?
no, one of them looks like a ferret.
Oh, hot. I'm about
yeah.
it.
But he asked me for caps. And I'm like, nah.
Oh, yeah, no, bro.
And I'm like, you're a football player. You shouldn't be doing drugs.
Yeah.
But in my same time, like, you're giving a fucking 20-year-old, like, what? How much money are they on? Like, a lot of money.
So much money.
You're giving them that much money. They're not going to spend that money on fucking
Yeah.
Coke every weekend if they can. Or whatever.
True. I like for the guy who didn't like pretzels, they've sort of gravitated
Yeah.
mainly over
I
to
feel
that
like you've
corner.
had more than anyone else here, so I think we've converted you after this whole.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it's there, I'll be
Yeah,
like,
he's
"Sick."
munching.
Yeah.
But if it's not there, I'm not going to be like,
Yeah, I vibe.
Joe said that there's wasabi, or no, that we get the
Yeah.
dip for wasabi.
Yeah, fucking dip him in wasabi.
really?
Yeah.
I gotta try that now.
I'm a
That actually
hummus
sounds
kind of
good.
person. I found out
That's good.
someone I know was like, I've never had hummus before in my life.
What?
And I'm like, have you avoided hummus?
Yeah,
Like
that
it's
is pretty
hummus.
wild.
Especially these days, it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
I love hummus. I like my go-to dipping sauce at any time.
I dated someone who was allergic to hummus, and it was actually tougher than you would think it would be.
Did you say homosis?
Hummus.
I was like, what?
Hummus. Hummus.
Hummus.
How can you be
Hummus.
allergic to just? Oh,
Yeah, it was a chick. He
It's
ate
the
too much
chickpeas.
of it apparently, and then it was an issue. I don't know.
are you serious?
Yeah, he ate too much hummus and then became
Really?
allergic to it.
Is that how you get allergic to things?
I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah.
So I heard someone ate too many mangoes once, got allergic to mangoes. Yeah.
How?
I don't know. It's a thing. I haven't experienced it, but apparently.
Maybe I should stop eating sausage rolls.
Yeah,
then.
maybe I should stop eating tomatoes. What?
Were you just munching on tomatoes?
No, I sometimes do
You
it.
just
I
bring
get
them to class?
well, no. Anytime I'm like home alone, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have like just a good
I've
old meaty
never-
tomato and eat it like an apple, basically.
I've never sat there and been like, I want a tomato.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
never,
no,
I've never
cherry
sat
tomato's
there and
pretty
gone, I want a tomato. But if I'm looking through and you got no apples, is that fuck it?
Yeah,
Tomatoes are
tomato.
fruit. Tomatoes are fruit.
Well, no, I prefer like cherry tomatoes because they're easier
Oh,
to
me
eat.
too.
But like,
Fuck, we got no food. I'm going for the pesto sauce.
I
I'm
went
hungry.
to
yeah, eat it with a
Joe's.
spoon, why not?
I went to Joe's to record once, and like he's got a vegan fridge, so it was like, oh, do you want a carrot? I'm like, not really.
Not really,
I don't,
yeah.
not really.
I
in a
don't
mood
even-
for
I kind of
I'm
want like
sad I
a
don't eat
Big Mac or
vegetables, so,
something
like-
like that.
I've never sat there like if I'm not at dinner, I won't eat vegetables. Does that make sense?
Really?
No, okay, let me explain this. Like, if vegetables are on the table, I'm like, cool, vegetables.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into my fridge, bake some potatoes in the middle of the day just to have
Interesting.
some
Yeah.
potatoes. Because I feel like that's just, it's whatever. I'll have Subway vegetables, by all
Yeah.
means.
Okay, that's still a
Yeah.
vegetable.
That's how I first started eating tomato, because I hate tomato to begin with.
Interesting.
But I just don't eat vegetables. Unless it's like, at the end of the day, like, because vegetables are a dinner thing. I don't feel like it's like a midday or like,
Fair, fair.
I've
I
never,
vibe that.
you ever had broccoli during the middle of the day?
Broccolini.
Yeah, broccolini.
Broccolini's all
Did you guys used to eat like frozen like oven chips and like peas and corn just for fun?
Oh,
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my class thought that
frozen
was like
peas?
normal for everyone.
Yeah.
They like frozen peas and frozen chips.
slap.
Yeah.
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 And
they're
corn.
ganging up on you.
I've never.
Try it.
With a bit of butter.
I never tried it with butter.
Butter, yeah.
How
and
does the
and
butter melt
salt.
if they're frozen?
Well, when you cook them.
No,
Oh, we're talking
talking about frozen
oh,
peas.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. I'm about that.
Go home tonight. If you have frozen peas, or
Mum
like,
just sees me go on the fucking.
How high are you?
No, that's what.
Yeah.
I'm never
it's not an unnormal thing for. I guess it's Frankston, so.
funny.
That's what I
Funny.
am.
Yeah. do you know, frozen berry slaps. Just frozen.
Oh yeah,
itself.
frozen berries are awesome as well.
Like frozen. Have you ever had a frozen strawberry?
I'm not about it. They need to be defrosted.
Frozen strawberries. Like once the coldness
I have
goes, it's like
sensitive
taste.
teeth.
So do I.
Yeah.
Like I just push through. Like I'll be there. Go.
Crying.
Well, that's
Literally.
the same with the peas, but they defrost quicker because they're smaller.
But I don't. I don't.
We got him.
I don't understand the logic just between like frozen peas. But berries, they're like edible in general. With peas, they're just there. You have
Yeah,
to.
peas not edible.
Well, like pea.
Yeah, go on. Let me hear your reasoning.
We have some pea problems in the house. Got pea trauma.
I literally
Yeah.
have pea trauma.
It's a verse and some legumes.
I can't pee in front of them.
If I ever have like a party or something like that, I'm gonna have like a bowl of chips,
bowl-
a bowl of like lollies, and a bowl of frozen peas and corn.
And you're not allowed the chips or the lollies.
Until I eat the fucking peas.
Yeah. Okay. Of course.
That was so good.
Shout out peas. Fuck you, peas.
Shut up, peas.
Hate peas. I don't actually. No, I don't mind peas. It's just I hate. Do I fucking hate sweet potato?
What?
Controversial.
Hate
Yeah.
sweet potato.
Do you like pumpkin?
I don't. But I don't often eat it. You know, I just feel like if I get a normal carrot, don't get a sweet potato carrot. You know, because people are like, oh, sweet potato it's just shit.
Wild.
Damn.
I'm like, sorry, that's my opinions on sweet potato.
This has been a very, very controversial podcast for you, I
episode.
guess. So.
Sorry.
We had little person boxing.
Frozen peas debate.
That's
Footy players allegedly.
Allegedly.
for drugs.
Yeah. All right, I think that's a good place to end it. Otherwise, I guess what's next for Arabella and the Heist?
Heisting. Doing lots of heisting. I don't know. We're playing a bunch of gigs.
Yeah, where are we
We're
playing?
recording an EP.
Playing the Gasso next month, are we?
Yeah, and then we've got Bad Decisions. But yeah, we're recording. We're recording a lot. We're doing a lot
Expect
of
good things.
shit. Wow.
Expect
Yeah.
things, whether
Yeah,
it be good or not.
it's completely up to everyone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, awesome. Well, this is very fun. We should do this again.
We
with,
should
like,
do
more
this
people.
again.
Yeah,
Vibes.
hell yeah.
We'll bring more pretzels.
Awesome. Oh, do you guys know how we end these things?
Don't. I've never done it. I still will never do it to this day.
So it's a very good tradition that every
Oh.
time we end
Oh.
every time we end this thing, we're gonna go James Charles. Bye, sisters.
Bye, sister.
Bye, sister.